The night was quiet. Nothing needed to be done. Nothing needed to be fixed. Everything was allowed to slow down. Moonlight rested on a small forest clearing, soft and pale. Snow lay smooth and clean, like a gentle blanket. Tall grass peeked through in sleepy little tufts. Trees stood around the clearing like a calm frame, and faraway hills sat low and still beneath a sky full of stars. In that steady, safe place, Sky was there already. Soft brown, creamy beige at his chest, with subtle white spots along his back that caught cool moonlit blue highlights. Sky breathed in slowly, then out slowly. His hooves felt firm earth under the snow. His shoulders loosened. His face softened.
I can go. Slow.
Sky whispered to himself, and the words felt warm inside him. He blinked once, then again. The clearing did not change. The moon did not hurry. The stars did not rush. The trees did not ask questions. Everything simply stayed gentle. Sky listened. He liked listening. The forest always had tiny sounds, but tonight they were quiet sounds. A distant branch settled. A bit of snow slid from a leaf and made a soft hush. Then stillness returned, as if the night was smoothing itself flat again.
The forest is telling a quiet story.
That thought made him feel peaceful, as if he was holding something soft and light in his chest. Near his chest, a small moon pendant rested against his fur. It was a tiny crescent charm, simple and sweet. Sky loved it because it reminded him of dreams and calm reflection. It reminded him to be gentle with his own thoughts. Sky lowered his nose toward the snow and breathed out. A little cloud of warm breath appeared and then vanished. He watched it disappear without trying to keep it.
It's okay to let things drift away.
Sky murmured to himself. He lifted his head again and looked across the clearing. Moonbeams came from above and a little to the right, laying pale silver stripes on the snow. Some stripes touched the tall grass, making the tips glow softly. Frost on the grass sparkled like tiny sleepy stars. Sky took one slow step, then another. Crunch, crunch. The snow made a gentle sound, not loud, not sharp. Sky liked that sound because it reminded him to walk softly. He paused and simply stood, as if he was practicing stillness. His ears relaxed, his tail rested, his breathing stayed slow. Sky thought.
I don't have to go anywhere. I'm already where I need to be.
That thought made his belly feel warm. It made the muscles in his legs stop holding so tightly. His body settled more deeply into calm. Sky turned his face up toward the moon. The moon felt like a quiet friend, far away but steady. The light touched Sky's forehead and the bridge of his nose, and it felt cool and kind.
Thank you for the soft light.
Sky whispered, not to anyone in particular, just to the night itself. He let the words fade. The night did not answer with words. It answered with stillness, and stillness was enough. Sky looked at the tall grass again. He noticed how it bent gently and then stayed bent, patient and quiet. He noticed how the snow made little smooth shapes around each grass tuft, like tiny pillows.
The clearing is making a cozy place all by itself.
Sky's moon pendant shifted slightly as he breathed. Tonight it felt a little cooler than usual against his chest. It did not bother him, but he noticed it, the way you notice a cool side of a pillow and then turn your cheek to the warmer side. He breathed in, he breathed out.
A little warmth would be nice.
Sky whispered to himself.
Just a little.
Sky did not feel worried. Everything was still safe. This was not a big problem. It was only a small, gentle wish, like wishing your blanket to sit a bit closer. Near the edge of the clearing, Sky knew there was a smooth stone that liked to hold warmth under a patch of winter moss. Even in cold months, the moss sometimes kept a soft, steady glow of warmth close to the ground. Sky began to walk toward that place. His steps stayed slow. He did not hurry. He He did not search. He simply moved the way calm water moves, steady and easy. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Each sound of snow under his hooves felt like a quiet rhythm. Sky matched his breathing to it. In and out. In and out. When Sky reached the smooth stone, the snow there was thinner. The moss showed through, deep green and soft. It gave off a tiny, gentle warmth, like a bedtime nightlight for the earth. Sky stood beside it and lowered his head. Sky thought,
This is enough. This is plenty.
He let his warm breath fall over the pendant once, slowly. Then he waited. Waiting felt easy. Waiting felt restful. Carefully, Sky nudged the little crescent pendant so it could rest for a moment on the moss. The charm caught a moonbeam and shone pale and quiet. The warm glow from the moss met the cool moonlight in the middle, warm and cool together, gentle and balanced. Sky watched. He did not count time. He did not check anything. He only breathed, and the pendant only rested.
Resting helps.
Sky whispered to himself.
Resting is how the forest does things.
He liked that idea. It felt true. Snow rests on branches. Branches rest in the air. Hills rest under the sky, and Sky could rest too. Sky stayed still and listened again. The clearing sounded even softer here. The wind barely moved. The trees stood quietly. The stars seemed to shine without making any fuss. Sky's eyelids grew heavier, as if the moonlight was gently smoothing them closed. He blinked slowly and felt his whole face relax. Sky thought,
My body knows what to do. It knows how to get sleepy.
The pendant warmed quietly on the moss. Sky waited a little longer because the waiting itself felt cozy. He let his shoulders drop again. He let his neck soften. He let his belly be loose and comfortable. Then Sky nudged the pendant back toward his chest, letting it settle into his fur. It felt warmer now, friendlier, like a tiny warm pebble that belonged right there.
That feels better.
Sky whispered, and his voice was barely louder than the snow. Sky turned back toward the middle of the clearing. He did not feel like walking far. He only wanted a soft place to settle, right where the moonlight was kindest. He took a few slow steps and stopped where the tall grass was thick and gently bent. The grass looked like it would hold him softly. Sky began to lower himself. First, one front leg bent, then the other. His body sank down slowly, carefully, until he was resting in the grass. The snow around him stayed smooth and quiet. Sky tucked his nose toward his shoulder. The moon pendant rested warm against his chest. The moonlight touched the top of his back and made his white spots glow softly. Sky breathed in, then out. Sky whispered,
Soft night, safe night.
He listened one more time to the forest's gentle hush. It felt like a lullaby made of stillness. It felt like the world was holding him without squeezing, supporting him without asking anything. Sky thought,
Nothing needs me right now. I can let my thoughts float away.
and he did. His ears relaxed, his tail stayed still. His hooves felt warm under his fur. The cool air touched his nose, and the warm air inside his chest felt steady and cozy. Sky blinked slowly, then his eyes closed. The moon stayed calm above and to the right. The trees stayed quiet around the clearing. The hills stayed still in the distance. The stars shone gently in the clear sky. Sky's breathing became slower and slower. In and out. In and out. His thoughts drifted like tiny snowflakes that melt before they land. He did not need to hold on to any of them. Sky fell asleep, safe and comfortable, in the moonlit clearing. with his little crescent pendant warm against his heart. The story is over. Everything is fine. And now you can rest and sleep.